so sick of these skinny jeans. I want to stand out, but I
Can we specialize in?
Hey guys, and welcome to Just the Beginning. Today we are going to be making a pasta, and since it's vegan, it's all going to be animal product free. So today we're going to start with the tomato sauce. And for that, you just need water, tomatoes, tomato paste, and cashews. With the tomatoes, you just want to take about 2 large tomatoes and roughly chop them. And don't worry, my hands are clean. And you're just going to drop them into a blender. It's really disgusting feeling. And then you're going to take a spoon and you just want to mash them down. Since you're going to be blending it anyways, it doesn't really matter. And with the tomatoes, you want to put them in skin, seeds, and all. And you're just going to mash it down. And I already have all of my ingredients pre-measured out, but you're going to want to take a cup of cashews and just put them on top. And, okay, that's not going to go. And then the tomato paste. And with this, it's 2 tablespoons, but I only had a half tablespoon, so you're just going to do, in that case, just 4 of them. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to read you a vegan fun fact. Did y'all know that approximately 5% of the U.S. is vegetarian, which is about approximately 16 million people in America alone, and half of those are vegan, which means that they abstain from all animal products whatsoever. That's about 7.5 million people in this country that don't eat any kind of animal product. Okay, once your tomato paste is in, you're just going to pour in the water and put the lid on. And you're going to blend it, which I actually cannot use the blender because it's not plugged in, and I didn't know I was allowed to use one. So I already have the sauce pre-made. So you're just going to pour it into a big mixing bowl because you're going to throw the pasta in later. And while you're making all of this, you can cook the pasta. And if you don't know how to cook pasta, well, you shouldn't be cooking at all. It's water and noodles, and you boil. All right. And for the pasta, I use gluten-free. Most vegans don't stick with gluten-free. They usually just will eat regular pasta. But I am a true vegan, so I eat gluten-free pasta. Any brand works. And then I use this bowl. For the, what is it? Where am I going with this? For the sauce, you're going to want to make an olive oil and garlic mix. And it's just 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I believe it's 3 half teaspoons of garlic. And you're just going to pour it in. And since we're not allowed to have fire on campus, I can't actually cook this for y'all. So I did pre-cook some. But this just kind of shows you exactly how much is going to be in the pan when you cook it. So you're going to want to put it on a low to medium heat. Some people will say to do it on high, but the oil will sizzle and pop you. So I would say put it on low and just cook the garlic until it is golden brown. Another fact. Vegans get their protein from products like lentils, black beans, veggie burgers, tofu, nuts, peanut butter, and soy milk. Okay. So, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. So that basically means that in veggie burgers, it's nothing but black beans and tofu mixed together, seasoned and cooked. So when we get back from the break, we are going to mix in the pasta and the rest of the ingredients and top it off.
Whenever you take the integral, it actually counts as the area under the graph.
Whoa, dude!
So it's not. I can see you got that question right.
Prison caffeine. It really works.
We're back. Okay, so we had a little bit of a microphone difficulty. So anyways, at this point, your pasta will be completely cooked, and you're just going to throw it, in with the sauce, and you're just going to mix it as evenly as you can, trying to get every noodle covered in sauce. And another fact would be that vegans spare the lives of about 30 animals a year. And in total, we spare about thousands of animals from hellish factory farms over a lifetime. I think that's so interesting because I get really sad when I hear about animals being slaughtered for their parts. I think it's brutal. I think it's un-American. So, oh wait, that's the basil. Okay. And then we have the garlic that I already cooked. And so I'm just going to scoop that on top and then mix it again. Trying to get, and this is where the garlic is where you really get your flavor, because unfortunately vegan foods, considering that they're meat and milk and eggs, is where you get like a lot of your flavor from in most of your foods. And since we don't have that, we kind of have to find flavor wherever we can. So the garlic really gives it a flavor. And the cashews are supposed to give it kind of like a texture of meat, because there's not actually meat in it. So it kind of gives it like a crunch to it. Alrighty. So once all of that is evenly mixed in, let me get all of that. We're going to put salt on it. Oh. Which is, seasoning is where a lot of our flavor comes from too, because we don't, I don't know what I was going to say after that, that was pointless, but yeah, seasoning. And then you're going to mix it in, and usually I season it like several times. I mix it in, and then I season again, and then I mix it in. All right. I know it looks disgusting, but it's not, I promise. Another cool thing about vegans is that vegans are less likely to die from strokes and heart disease, because apparently a lot of the things in meat, which I don't know what's in meat because I don't eat meat, but apparently there's something in meat that can increase your risks of having, well, and dairy too. Dairy can increase heart attacks, I know that. All right. How much time do I have? And then you're going to put in the basil. And I use fresh basil, and I use about 3 leaves, and I just cut them up really, really fine. But if you don't feel like doing that, you can literally just buy like basil that's already pre-cut, and you can just do what you want with it. And, all right. And I guess I'm just gonna put more salt on it because this didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. And more pepper. And obviously when you do this, you will heat the, you will blend the sauce, but then you will mix it in with the garlic mix on the stove, and you will mix it all together. That's how you get it warm. But like I said, because I can't use a stove, I had to pre-make all of it. All right. And I'm done. So, let's go. What? let me think. I think I have another fun fact. Oh, did you know that the majority of food poisoning is from 80% of food poisonings comes from meat? And I assume that that is because meat is not fully cooked. So, yeah, I've never had food poisoning in my life because I don't eat raw meat. Okay. And let me clean this up. Oh. And this is your final product. And like I said, I know that it looks really gross, but it is really good. So, thank you for coming to my show. Bye. I hate it every minute.